Welcome to CARECAST, exploring the heart of care. CARECAST is a podcast created by Carosity. Carosity is a private in-home care provider. Carosity. Be home, be well. Hey there, everyone. I am your host, Jeremy Watkins, here on the CARECAST podcast. And in this episode, I want to take some time to just make some big announcements. And so let's get right into it. First, I'd like to announce Carosity is hosting its very first event, and it's called I Heart Home Care. And I'll tell you the reason that I started this event, or even thinking about this event, is because, running Carosity, I speak to family members of clients, and these family members, of course, they start off as family caregivers, and then things progress, and it gets harder, more difficult, more taxing, and they're exhausted, and they really just need some help, which is usually why they turn to us. And so in talking to them, I'm amazed at how much they do know, but I'm also amazed and kind of saddened by how much they don't know. And some of these family caregivers have been doing it for a very long time. And I feel like they should know more. And it's not their fault. I'm sure that they have done all the research that they could possibly do. Maybe talk to people, maybe had taken some advice from people. Maybe some doctors and nurses kind of gave them a little bit of direction to go into, but no one has really invested into these people. And I believe that if family caregivers were more educated and more inspired and more supported, then there would be a world of difference in this kind of stories that you hear from family caregivers. So this event is geared towards expanding on education, and the speakers I'm going to be having at this event is Cicely Baker, which you have heard on this podcast before. She is a home care owner in South Carolina of Be Patient Caregiving. So she'll be driving up from South Carolina to speak to us. And then I also have a friend and colleague of mine, Clara Sowers, who will be giving her inspirational story and where her caregiving journey has taken her. And I also have Karen Kessler from Gentiva Hospice. She is a social worker, and I'm extremely interested on her perspective as a social worker for home care. And then, of course, yours truly, I will be speaking as well. So I've got a really good lineup of speakers coming in, and the event is going to be on June 2nd at 5 to 8 p.m., and so it's a few hours, and I have really high hopes for this event. I know it's the first event that I have ever organized, and I will tell you, I have learned a lot about organizing events, and I've learned from some mistakes that I've made, but that's good. That's what this is all about. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone and just learning from experience, period. Just putting into action what your heart's desire is. And I believe that is the purpose of all of us, we have a desire, but a lot of desires and dreams die because people don't step out of their comfort zone and take that first step to just do whatever it is they need to do. So this has been a really big learning experience for me, and I'm glad that I've stepped out and started this. So I Heart Home Care, I have actually decided to make this into a conference. So this first event, it's going to be just one of many. And so I Heart Home Care is actually now its own organization. I have a website for it. It's ihearthomecare.org. That's IHEART, homecare.org. And from there, you can see the events that are going to be planned, the speakers, the biographies of the speakers, and any other major news concerning iHeart Home Care. And the whole purpose of this organization is to spread education, inspiration, and support to our community and to other communities eventually. And my dream is to have this thing expanded and to do this in different locations on a yearly basis and have it be a regular ongoing thing as a way to reach out and somehow create community with caregivers, bring synergy of different leaders in the home care industry together and pour their hearts out into people. And so, I've said these three words: education, inspiration, and support. And the reason these are really critical to me is because I feel that a lot of caregivers are missing those three aspects in their caregiving journey. Education, for example, I have pounded that with a hammer over and over again because I am 100% positive that if caregivers were better educated, then there would be a lot less mistakes, a lot less mishaps, and a lot less care recipients being put into danger and in dangerous situations. So I believe that education is vital in our caregiving journey. Always continue to learn. And I've been doing this for years, and I still continue to learn different things. And of course, I'm learning at a different level now, being the owner of a home care agency. I learned different aspects of home care rather than just the caregiver aspect. But nevertheless, I'm still learning about caregiving. And it's a journey. That's exactly what it is. So there's the education aspect that I feel is extremely vital, and that's why that is first. And then, of course, second, I have inspiration. As caregivers, we can easily become bogged down and weighed down by our daily responsibilities and our commitments to take care of people. And, we kind of set ourselves to the side, we neglect ourselves, all for the sake of caring for someone else. But we are mistaken in this. It is a very noble thing to be a caregiver, but it's even more noble to be a caregiver to yourself first. Because if you're not caring for yourself, you are not going to properly care for others. Okay? And it's not selfish to care for yourself. It's not selfish to take some time to yourself. It's not selfish to, invest into your knowledge or invest into your own interests. That's not selfish. Okay? That's being human. And as much as we love to care for others, we still have to love to care for ourselves just as much. And inspiration plays a big role in that. And I feel that one way to get inspiration is by creating community in caregivers. And that's one major aspect of this event, is to create that community. My target audience is caregivers, family caregivers, professional caregivers, any walk of life caregivers, for elderly or disabled, or even children. I mean, you're a caregiver, period. And so caregiver spans across many different genres of caregiving, whether it's elderly, disabled, or even child or pet. If you're giving care, you're a caregiver. And I believe that community will build inspiration and help inspire us just by knowing one another and hearing our stories, hearing each other's stories of things that they've overcome, things that they've learned through mistakes and mishaps, and what happened after, who people were caring for had moved on and passed away, and what did they do after that? What did they take with their knowledge? And what did they help others? There's so many different stories that inspire me. So I know for a fact that if we can create community and share our stories with each other, we can be inspired. And the third thing is support. Okay? Education, inspiration, and support. Support is extremely vital. Support is having something or someone there that you can count on day in, day out, anytime it's there. We all need something to lean on. Some of us lean on our faith. Some of us lean on other people. Some of us lean on family, our relationship partners. We all lean on something and for support. And a lot of caregivers, especially family caregivers, they don't have support. Well, they do have support, but they don't know that it's there. So another big reason for this event is to let people know that there is support out there. There is a ton of support out there that they can turn to. And, that's why I want to pull resources together. That's why I created the Resource Center on our website. If you go to carosity.care and click on Resource Center, you'll be able to see all the different resources I've provided to different links. So you can check out those resources if you want. But that is being supportive. That is a form of support. Okay. And so, and not only that, having something to lean on, but support would also be making sure that there is continuous education. So one of my goals is to collect information, contact information, whether it be, emails and addresses, and staying connected with everyone that attends, by sending newsletters, either on a monthly or weekly basis. I don't know yet, but that is support, and staying connected is being supportive. So those are three main aspects that really are driving this whole dream of I Heart Home Care, is education, inspiration, and support. And my second big announcement is the announcement of CARECORE Academy. This was also inspired by the event and the three main things of education, inspiration, and support. This academy will be coming soon, and we should be having our first class sessions within at least by the end of this year or early next year. There's still a lot of things to set up and go over, and things to do that. So it's going to take time, but the work has already started for CARECORE Academy. And CARECORE Academy will be a place where people can come to complete their requirements for licensures of CNA or home health aid. They can come and complete the requirements for those licenses. And also, there is going to be seminars at CARECORE Academy that are going to be free and open to the public, kind of like a mini event. But these seminars are going to be geared towards caregivers, of course, and they will have to do with things of, passing education along. And these are probably going to be more frequent once CARECORE Academy starts. I'm thinking once every week to 2 weeks, having a some sort of session, and to allow people to not only build community through that, but also to educate people. So you see where education, inspiration, and support plays into all of this. And that is my driving force. That is my theme for this entire thing, is education, inspiration, and support. Because I believe those three things together will create a powerhouse caregiver community. And I believe lives will be changed for the better. And so I'm pulling from all resources that I have available. I am talking to anyone and everyone that I can talk to, and to try to do my very best to reach the front lines of caregivers and give them everything that they possibly need. And this is where my heart is. This is exactly where I'm going with all of this. And it's to make the lives of caregivers and care recipients better. Building good quality of life is the ultimate goal. We think of quality of life as, for the care recipient, but no, the caregiver also needs quality of life. And if caregivers have good quality of life, then of course care recipients are going to have an extremely great quality of life. So those are my big announcements, and I am so excited for everything that's happening, and I cannot wait for this event. The heart of Carosity is going to be revealed, and I believe it's going to be world-shaking, and I'm so excited about it. Well, thank you so much for listening. Be well. Thank you so much for listening to this edition of CARECAST as we explore the heart of care. We hope you found value and insight in its content. If you'd like to support CARECAST, please subscribe and share. You can subscribe to the podcast on YouTube Music, Spotify, or Apple Podcast. You can also listen to CARECAST on our website at carosity.care and click on CARECAST. CARECAST is created by Carosity, a private in-home care provider. If you or someone you know needs private in-home care or has questions about home care, please contact us at 540-266-2189. You can also contact us on our website at carosity.care. That's CAREOSITY.care. Thank you so much. Be well.